General liability insurance. Protect your business from liability claims. General liability insurance, GL, often referred to as business liability insurance, is coverage that can protect you from a variety of claims including bodily injury, property damage, personal injury, and others that can arise from your business operations. General liability insurance quotes usually include bodily injury and property damage liability, personal and advertising injury, medical payments, products completed, operations damage to premises rented to you. Learn how these coverages protect small businesses and how much you'll want to consider for your unique risk. Who needs general liability insurance? General liability insurance is often combined with property insurance in a business owner's policy, BOP, but it's also available to many contractors as a standalone coverage through the Progressive Advantage Business Program. As a contractor or small business owner, you need some form of business liability insurance to safeguard your livelihood. A single accident could result in a lawsuit that you might not be able to handle. A great way to protect against this is to make sure you have liability coverage that matches your level of exposure. Some employers or clients might also require you to carry a certain amount of general liability before you can work for them. General liability insurance for contractors. If you're a contractor, you might only need general liability instead of a business owner's policy, BOP. For example, you might not own any commercial buildings that require property insurance or have to cover payroll or other operating expenses. However, you're still exposed to liability risks from your job. You might be eligible to get general liability insurance without the extra coverages in a BOP through the Progressive Advantage Business Program. We offer general liability as well as blanket additional insured coverage to contractors who qualify. Blanket additional insured coverage extends your existing liability insurance to other entities as required by some contracts with employers. General liability insurance cost. In 2022, the national median cost of general liability insurance through Progressive was $53. The average price was $72. Most customers find their monthly premium to be closer to the median price because expensive outliers often drive up the average cost. Your rate will depend on specific features of your business. Common questions about general liability insurance. Is general liability insurance required by law? No. But failing to carry general liability insurance could result in you having to pay for all the expenses related to a claim against your business. For example, while visiting your office, a client slips on a rug and breaks their hip. Without general liability insurance, you could be solely responsible for all the medical bills and legal fees. So, even though it's not required by law, it should be a priority for your business. Does general liability insurance have a deductible? Yes. You choose the amount of your general liability deductible when you get a quote. A deductible is a fixed out-of-pocket expense you agree to pay before your coverage starts to pay. Does general liability insurance cover theft? General liability insurance only pays for third-party damages, not yours. You're considered the first party. The third party is the one that has a claim against you. This means general liability won't cover your property or equipment against theft or damage. To protect your property, we offer business personal property coverage as a part of a business owner's policy. Is general liability insurance tax deductible? Yes. Since general liability premiums are considered a cost of doing business, they usually can be written off at tax time. That said, it's a good idea to consult a tax professional to make sure. Does general liability cover professional mistakes? No. General liability only provides coverage for claims against you by others for their bodily injuries or damage to their property. To protect from claims against you for professional neglect or mistakes, you need to have professional liability insurance. What is a certificate of insurance? A certificate of insurance, COI, is an official document that lists all coverages and limits on an insurance policy. Essentially, it proves that you have insurance and details your policy coverages and limits. Can Progressive help me get general liability insurance in my state? Yes. Progressive can help you get business insurance, including general liability, in all states except Hawaii. Browse by state. Can high-risk businesses get general liability insurance? Yes. High-risk businesses can get general liability insurance in a specialty market called excess and surplus lines, ES. ES insurance provides coverage for businesses the standard market doesn't protect. General liability insurance cost. In 2022, the national median monthly cost of a general liability policy was $53 for new Progressive customers. The average rate was $72 per month. The lower median price suggests that a few expensive outliers made the average cost appear higher than what most policyholders spent. While these rates give an idea of how much business liability insurance costs, they're not necessarily what you'll pay. Your premium depends on the details of your business. Cost usually varies among professions because industries are exposed to different risks. For example, a landscaper might pay more than a consultant for general liability coverage because of the physical nature of their work. Learn how various qualities of your business might affect your exposure and premium. General liability insurance cost factors. Factors that influence the cost of general liability insurance include your exposure. A small business that manufactures, delivers, and installs equipment is exposed to more risk than a business that only delivers equipment. Your location. Rates vary based on your state and where you conduct business. Highly populated areas and locations with increased claims will generally pay more. Number of employees. A business with no employees is exposed to less risk than a business with employees. Find the cheapest liability insurance for your business. There are many ways to save on your general liability insurance costs. Some of these include adjusting your coverage limits and deductibles, lowering your aggregate limits from $2 million to $1 million, for example, is one way to lower your premium. You may also increase your deductible amounts. It's important to understand that doing this lowers your overall coverage, which means you'll pay more out of pocket at the time of a covered loss. Make sure you're comfortable with your selected amounts prior to buying a policy. Implementing safety standards in the workplace. Always keep safety in mind. Strong safety practices can help minimize your risk while on the job and keep your employees and customers safe. For example, a painting contractor could maintain a clutter-free workspace to reduce the risk of someone tripping over supplies left on the floor. Reducing your exposure to possible claims could help keep your premiums low. Discounts. Discounts are an easy way to help you get the cheapest liability insurance for your business. The number and dollar amounts of discounts for which you're eligible usually depends on your carrier, business class, and location. Carriers could offer a discount for paying in full or having an existing policy with them. Be sure to ask what discounts you're eligible for while you're getting your quote. Get your free online quote for general liability insurance today. You can also speak to a licensed agent who will help you with a custom quote to match your specific business needs.